Welcome back to our Idioms series. In each episode, we learn one useful English idiom and look at examples in context. Then we finish with a Cambridge-style challenge. Today, we're looking at an idiom connected to thinking. And no, it isn't actually about food. Today's idiom is, give someone food for thought. Let's say it together. Give someone food for thought. One more time, give someone food for thought. Let's imagine someone says, that documentary gave me a lot of food for thought. Are they talking about something they ate? No. They're talking about an idea or information that made them think seriously about something. So give someone food for thought means to give someone something that makes them think seriously about a subject. It could be an idea, some information, a comment, a speech, a film, or documentary. Something gives you food for thought when it makes you stop and think. Imagine your teacher gives you some feedback. You hadn't thought about the subject in that way before. The teacher's comments make you think more deeply about it. So you can say, my teacher's comments gave me a lot of food for thought. The documentary presented ideas or information that made the viewers think seriously about the subject. Notice that food for thought doesn't necessarily mean you agree with the idea. It simply means that the idea made you think. There are a few useful ways to use this expression. For example, the article gave me food for thought, or her comments gave us a lot of food for thought. And you can also use food for thought on its own. For example, that's certainly food for thought. This means that's something worth thinking about. Here the speaker heard some interesting ideas. Those ideas made them think more seriously about the subject. She gave me some food for thought. Here's an important Cambridge exam tip. If you see food for thought in a text or hear it in a listening task, don't translate it literally. Think, food for thought, something worth thinking about. The expression is often used for interesting, surprising, or challenging ideas. After watching a documentary about climate change, Maria said, that documentary certainly gave me food for thought. What does Maria mean? A, the documentary made her hungry. B, the documentary gave her some useful cooking ideas. C, the documentary made her think seriously about climate change. What does Maria mean? Read the options carefully. Is it A, B, C? Pause the video and choose your answer. The correct answer is C. The documentary gave Maria ideas and information that made her think more deeply about climate change. That's exactly what food for thought means. Which expression is correct? Remember the exact phrase. Pause and choose your answer. Exactly. The expression is food for thought, not food for thinking, not thought for food for thought. So remember, if something gives you food for thought, it gives you an idea that makes you think seriously about something. It doesn't mean you necessarily agree. It means interesting idea. Think about it. Think more deeply. And one last challenge. Complete the sentence. The book was very interesting. It gave me... Pause. Excellent. Now you have another useful idiom for your Cambridge English vocabulary. That's it for episode 2 of our Idioms series. Remember, give someone food for thought means to make someone think seriously about something. Learn the expression and try to use it yourself. See you in episode 3.